with my badge on, getting ready to head out to an appointment today. It's actually a referral. It's a referral. Trying to get the paperwork here if I can. And my briefcase while I'm driving, which is not always a challenge. You try to do that without killing yourself in the process. And got I delivered a policy. I've got my packet of information here, which is my applications that I'm going to be using, and my worksheets. And I've got 3 or 4 options on here to share with them, ranging from $154 a month to $805 a month. A couple in the mid-60s, and want some additional coverage, not specifically for the mortgage, but maybe in addition to, they've already got some coverage. Retired military man, but anyway, good thing I'm watching the road. I have about 25 or property conferences a week with people that are looking to either join the industry or make a move from where they're at right now over to a better place for many reasons. Go watch some of my videos and you can figure that one out. But one of the things I had this past week, I gave this particular person the 11 things that he should be, the 11 things that he should be, asking the interviewer before he makes a decision to join. And he calls me back about 2 or 3 days and goes, they said that the IMO you're referencing, they charge more for the leads. I almost broke out in laughter. Actually, I think I did. But that's a general. That's just actually such a comical. If that's your only defense, you better come to the table with that argument with me and pack a lunch, because we're going to have a long conversation about how that works out. So I'm going to do a video about it and put it up there and going to read detail. I got the phone, went to my whiteboard, and started penciling it out on the whiteboard, and it was actually what I thought in my mind was even larger than what I had anticipated the difference to be. But in the synopsis, not to make this video so long, what I figured was true, but like I said, exponentially. So their argument is that the reason why they pay you a lower contract rate and cap you from ever going beyond 80% unless they turn you into an Amway salesman and or network marketer. Again, no diss to Amway. I was in Amway before, but that's not the point. The point is that, again, we've already rehashed that on several different videos. So the point is you shouldn't have to build an agency or recruit or run around with your hair on fire trying to drag your friends, family, and neighbors into something just because you want to get a pay raise. If you want to build an agency, then that's a good thing. I think a lot of people should in the right time. So, but his defense to that was, we're going, us paying you more and not requiring you to recruit in order to get paid what you're worth, which is going all the way up to 110% contract, which is about the highest level in for most agents. They bring you in at a lower, much lower rate. Some of these companies are like 30 and 40, 50%, some 60%, and then unless you build a team, you're capped at the 80% mark. So I get all these questions out, right? So he comes back and says, well, they said your leads are more expensive. So here's the bottom line. I penciled it out, and I'll share it with you on a video a little later when I have a chance to get back in the studio, turn the lights on, and make that all work. But so just think about this, right? So you're going to pay on average $10 to $13 more for an A lead. By the way, that means that the reason why they're charging more for the lead is that lead has not been. There's been no games played with the dating of the lead. None of that. No redating, repurposing, whatever, recycling. All these companies have to recover the cost of the lead. And the only way they can do that is by selling the lead 9 times, or right. And by the way, that particular company didn't have 2 or 3 levels of leads; they had like 9. Okay. And again, the reason behind that is so they can recover the cost. But the bottom line was is that, and you'll find this interesting, is that 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 was their justification for, or their comeback for, paying more for leads, or sorry, or for paying you less on the contract rate. So let's just say it's 80%, for example, that you can never go by unless you're recruiting, and unless that team is actually doing some production and meeting certain production requirements. It's not just about going out and recruiting people; they had to actually perform, and we all know that most people don't. That's why you have the 80-20 rule in this world, right? Most people won't and don't, and you can't control that. You can only control what? Your own activity, right? So the bottom line is that I penciled it out. So let's just say you give up let's just say $10, okay? Now, by the way, this only applies to the A leads, because the older leads, at least the 2 levels that we have, are the exact same price, right? We don't, they don't. So let's just do that, right? It only applies to the A leads, but you're going to give up the difference between 80% and potentially 110%. So what is that? 30%? You're going to give up 30% of your commissions on every single sale you make forever, just to save $10 per lead. So on the front end, oh yeah, that makes, if you don't really think about it, that makes sense. They charge $10 less per lead. That's a better deal, is it? If you make 5 sales a week and you're giving up 30%, and the average sale in this industry is $1,000, right? And your commission is, let's just say your commission is $700. Now you can maybe calculate what's 30% of $700. $200? No, more than that. Yeah, about 200. Well, whatever it is. I can't think about my brain, but roughly that. So let's just say it's $1,000. Take easy numbers. Your commission is $1,000. You're going to give up $300 and make $700 rather than make $1,000. That's $300 for each and every sale forever, because you want to save $10 on an A lead. And again, it only applies to the new leads, not the older leads. Okay, and never be able to go change that. Rather than say, hey, I'm going to start out with the older leads, get really good, develop some skills, which is getting leads, learning how to book appointments, getting good at the phone script, right? And booking the appointments, running getting prepared for the appointment, go out there and run the appointment. So booking appointments and in-home presentation is the 2 things you have to get really good at. And you get that, and then when you start cash flowing your business, move up to the A leads, and be willing to pay $10 more to get paid what you're worth. So you should be getting promoted every 2 months in this business if you're out there doing it part time or full time. So it shouldn't be within a matter of 90 to 100 days. You could very easily be doing enough production on your own pen, your own efforts, to be at the 90% contract. But you're going to give up 10%. Between 80 and 90, this is probably an easier analogy. I probably shouldn't use the other one because I was wrong anyway. Couldn't figure it out in my head. Shows you it's a live video, so give me some grace. But you're going to give up 10%. That means on that $1,000 sale, you can give $100 on every sale. So if you made 5 sales that week, let's just say you made 3 sales that week, you're going to give up $300. Okay, so let's just say you bought 5 A leads. You paid $10 more for them. 10 times 5 is $50. So to save $50, you just gave up what? $100, right? On each sale times 5, $500. So to save $50, you gave up $500. Think about that. I actually penciled it on my whiteboard at home, just kind of figured it out myself, in my office there. And I calculated for 3, 5, and 10 sales a week, which is pretty average in this industry for activity levels. And it's amazing how much money you give up per week just to save that $10 to $13 per lead, right? Amongst everything else there's that you would be looking at for reasons to leave. The higher cost of leads, if that's their only defense, like I said, they better come bring all their data and sit down and pack a lunch because we're going to be there all day long. Pencil that one out because that makes no sense. On their front end, it's smoke and mirrors, right? They can convince you that okay, you're going to pay $10 or $13 for a lead over there, but you're going to make potentially 30% more money on every sale. Anyway, I think you got the point. So I thought that was kind of comical. I never, I go, okay, you could have came back at me with a lot more than that, and may have had a shot. But because again, most people don't, and I would never recommend this. Most people don't start out with a brand new fresh leads, anyways. You're in a training mode for 4 to 6 or 8 weeks, so you start making some cash, and then you move up. And when you cash flow in your business, okay, you're paying $10 more, but potentially you can make considerably more money, and have the opportunity to get paid what you work, plus all the other benefits with an IMO that has the technology to run your business on, technology to control the quality of leads, and not reselling them, basically rediding them and recycling. We talked about all that stuff. So just be careful of those kind of arguments because again, I'm sure that trips up some agents when they hear, they go, okay, you're right. He didn't tell me that. He wasn't giving me full disclosure. No, that wasn't what it was. It just doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, all the other stuff, if you take if you take in just the lead cost and what you're giving up in terms of your contract rate and your potential commission if you're going to actually do something in this business, and the fact that most people aren't going to be buying a lead, especially if they're part-time starting out, even if they're full-time, I don't recommend it. It's smoke and mirrors, and I'm sure it trips up some agents, and that's unfortunate. But again, if that's their only defense to our argument about just making sure you choose the right IMO, they're not going to make it because sooner or later people are going to figure out that again it was just a con game. It's smoke and mirrors. So anyway, I'm off to my appointment. I'm about a couple miles away here. Need to clear my thoughts and get ready to go in there. And I mean, the worst case scenario is I don't make a sale, but it's a referral, so it's pretty high likelihood that I will. And it could range anywhere between $1,500 in premium, annual APV, annualized premium, or $8,000. So I'll report back. Have a great day. Thanks for being on the channel. Thanks for supporting the channel. Click the subscribe button, and you're going to want to see that video. I'm going to actually show you the numbers of why that argument doesn't really work, and why you're better off again knowing before you sign. And again, like I said, on this channel, we discuss the facts. We provide documentation, not smoke and mirrors. We're not smoking opium, and we let you decide what's best for you. So hit the subscribe button, smash the bell, and you'll get instant notifications. I appreciate all you being on this channel. It amazes me every day how many people are actually plugging in. I get positive emails every single day about the quality of the information. So I'm actually surprised, to be honest with you, and humbled. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.